Hi, I'm Alan from Caravan Information Services. In this video, we will show you how to use a torque wrench properly. Caravan wheels can come loose, which can damage the caravan and sometimes cause a serious collision. So checking the wheel nuts is important, and knowing how to use a torque wrench correctly is vital. So here's how.
The torque wrench works like a ratchet spanner, but it will click when the tightness or torque reaches a specific value, and we can set this value on the tool by adjusting the grip. The correct torque setting for your caravan is usually documented in the caravan handbook, but sometimes it can be found on the side of the caravan on the weight plate. Nowadays it's measured in Newton meters, but it can also be measured in foot-pounds. The required torque setting on this caravan is 130 Newton meters. So setting the value of this torque wrench is quite simple. Different models may work in different ways, but mostly here is what you need to know. As mentioned, we need 130 Newton meters of torque for the wheel nuts, and as you can see, this hasn't got 130 on the gauge. Instead, the nearest it has without going over is 126. You'll also notice that the grip ring has numbers too, so this is what we need to do. Loosen the locking nuts at the bottom to allow the handle to rotate. We rotate the handle to 126 and line up the 0 on the grip ring. Then to get from 126 to 130, we simply add 4. So we rotate the handle until the 4 is on the centre line. Simple quick maths means that 126 plus 4 is 130. Then, once set, tighten the locking ring at the bottom of the handle so it can't rotate and change value whilst we check the wheel nuts. Attach a 19mm socket to a short bar and connect the torque wrench. We will need a slight extension to get past the wheel arch. Make sure the wrench is set to the clockwise tension, remembering righty-tighty, and connect the socket to the nut and slowly tighten the nuts until the torque wrench clicks. As soon as it clicks, stop pulling. The nut is now set at our chosen torque, and we can now safely move on to the next nut. The order in which the wheel nuts are checked should be done in a cross method. On a 5-stud wheel like this one, we draw a star, so start at the top, move to the bottom, then across and back before heading south for the final nut. Or to keep it simple, tighten every other nut in a clockwise manner until all nuts are checked. If you have a 4-stud wheel, start with the top left, move bottom right, then top right, finally bottom left. Do this as part of your pre-departure checks, along with the tyre pressure and the tyre check, and you shouldn't have any issues with wheel detachments. If you've just collected your caravan from being serviced or having work completed on it, make sure that you've seen the dealership tighten those wheel nuts in front of you, or at least you yourself have checked them. Bear in mind that as soon as you connect the caravan to your car, it is your responsibility to make sure it is roadworthy and safe. When you finish checking your wheel nuts, it's important to unwind the torque wrench back to 0. This will prolong the life of the internal workings and make sure its measurement remains accurate for the future checks. It's also worth noting that you shouldn't over-tighten your wheel nuts, as this can stretch the bolt and allow them to wriggle free and become loose. If this happens to you or you've damaged your wheel bolts, you can buy a new set for around £50 from any caravan dealership.
That's it for now. We hope you have found this video useful. Check out the other help and advice videos in the services on our website. And while you're there, why not join the UK's fastest growing caravan and motorhome community? We offer great membership perks, including live chat support with an engineer for specialist and emergency advice. Hope to see you soon. Happy caravanning.